inspiring, really, the way you fought through all possible barriers to make it to where you have. Uh, Tejdeep Kaur, ma'am, you know, you are a multitasker like no other, former DG of the Telangana Special Protection Force. You write a lot of poems on women empowerment. You head the Telangana Sikh Society. You also run a campaign. She runs a campaign for women to wear saris more often. So it's lovely to see you living up to this campaign. I'm sure you're very happy to see the number of women here who are all celebrating the sari on Women's Day. Tell us about what your journey was like, ma'am. And, this is a question I asked Anukriti as well. When you were in the service, your very first day when you joined duty, was it one woman in a room full of men?
Room full? It was a district full of men. Wherever you went, you were the first. I think I'm the 11th woman IPS officer in the country. And wherever I went, I was the first. There was a guy accused of double rape, gang rape, and main accused of a gang rape. I caught him at a bus stand barehandedly, and I had to hit him to disarm him and brought him to the police station, put him in the lockup. Then I went home to look at my little baby son. Before I could return to the police station, I got a call from the SHO that he had cut up his wrists. And they said, he was only 32, this young man. They said, he's saying, how will I show my face to the world? A woman has beaten me. So then the first thing the SP did, he rushed there because it was custodial death. And he said, Tejdeep, you will never hit anyone. If you want to hit anyone, ask the man standing next to you to hit him. I said, what? I mean, I'm a trained police officer. I would have got a black belt in unarmed combat. And my boss is telling me not to hit. So I said, sir, it was in self-defense. He had two huge knives and a gun. Country-made pistol with him. He would have killed me. She said, and I was all alone. The driver was on the jeep and at the bus stand, nobody helped me. He said, no. Rule number one. That's where it starts. Then you get obscene mail, obscene email. I have this whole lot of poetry and I have these huge blood donation, I pledge campaigns that I have been doing. So I had a huge website and things like that. Obscene mail, and when that guy is arrested, two different, one postal mail and one email, and when they are arrested, he's F&B manager of a 5-star hotel. The other guy is a postmaster. There's two different time periods. Time is short, so I need to. So at that time, when they were interrogated, they said, Are, why should we not send obscene mail to a woman in power? That's the fun of it. Who wants to send obscene mail or say obscene things to a woman next door? So that is it. So just because you're a woman, you are singled out for this. It doesn't make any sense anywhere. But then you have the positive side. I must have by now maybe 100 children named after me, boys and girls. So every time my subordinates had babies, they said, Sai, Teja, Deepa. So, ma'am's name is there. Then we have male children as Tejdeep Advalla. He went on to be the world junior chess champion. So wonderful things like that. And that is so inspiring. It makes you want to soar higher, do better things. Every time you look at your victim. And every time you get her success. I could get a woman who came to me 6 months after rape saying, I'm pregnant with the rapist's baby. And I was raped because we don't want to sell our land to this big landlord. And I could get a conviction. I mean, that's it. Your life is made. That's it. No next human janma for you. That's it. Seva to the ultimate. You are the first responder. When somebody is in trouble, they don't worry if the fire departments come on. Police aayi ki nahi. And you are that police. And you have to wipe a tear from an unknown face, hold an unknown hand, even before you can hold the hand of your family. Before my son could say, Daddy, he would say, Jeep, Gypsy. Because all the time his babyhood was spent in a Jeep or a Gypsy. That's the beauty of it. I mean, if I have to write a dream, script a dream, this is what I would script for myself again, and again.
Wow. One final question to all three of you. Ma'am, to you first. Why should there be more women in the police force?
Why not? Isn't half the world's population, or less than half, because we've made it less than half, women? Who is going to take care of us? And we have challenging needs. Today's women don't go to sleep and when it's dark. Remember when our mothers told us, "Andhere hone se pehle aa jao." Mom, I play hockey for my state, and that's the way you talk to me. I'm center forward. He said, "Mujhe nahi malum." You come before it's dark. Take that bus. Now, days have changed. Women come home at 2 a.m. from work. They travel. My own daughter-in-law is here. I call my daughter-in-law daughter-in-law. I mean, she's all over the world. So, doesn't she have needs? Don't we need to take care of them? You rape one woman and you have raped 1,000,000. You cut one finger of Durga, all the fingers hurt. When is it that we will do justice for women? When is it that we will feminize our institutions to accommodate them? We went without toilets for years. Till I was superintendent of police, I never had a toilet of my own. I mean, the head constable would say, you go on a PWG, got so drawn into it. You go on a lookout for, underground Naxalites. And what the head constable would say, Amma, if you go further, the grass will grow higher. If you want to pee, go behind that tree and pee. And we listen to our Havaldars. From that time, we've come now. Only 598 women, IPS officers in this vast country. 40 years later, Anukriti is still the first one to go to Sambal. I mean, what pride we take. Make in India, for India. Bharat ki betiyon ko you won't arm them. You won't teach them self-defense. You won't get them their own police. How will you tackle crime against women? 31% of crime against women is domestic violence. She goes to a male police station and she says, Mara. He says, Doi thappad mara nahi. Nahi, cricket bat se mara. Sirf cricket bat. Jalaya to nahi. Is that the way you treat your women? Is that... How will they step out to work? You heard Mrs. Piramels talk about it. You kill your babies. You kill them inside. You kill them outside. You molest your children. I remember the heroine's name. She came here. She was molested thrice. There's a limit. You need your own police force. You need to feminize the police force. You need to fill it up with women. And remember, don't give them rifles during training and give them computers later. Because much of the women police force that is in the police today is not equipped to deal with law and order problems. They're not the kind of CID women you see in the movies. You have to make them that. You have to make them invincible. You have to give them enough maternity leave. People like me, my maternity leave was cancelled. Chief Minister calls, Nahi, Amma, you have to go as SP Kadapa. I said, Sir, I have just had a cesarean. I had a baby. She's 1 month, 10 days old. No, Amma, I'm cancelling your leave. You will go as Superintendent of Police Kadapa. There's a huge law and order problem there. Arey, गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी said, 1.25 से 1 लड़ा हूं. आप भी यही बोल रहे हैं क्या? Okay, fine, I'll do it. How many women, how many times will do it? My daughter turned blind with cancer. She had a tumor sitting on her optic nerve. And my grandmother said, Beta, you're selling land to take care of your daughter. What use she is to you? She's a blind girl. Let her go. I struggled with her for 2.5 years and then she went. But I learned a lesson. I don't ever want any mother to say it. I wish and I pray that every woman lives with dignity. In the house, outside the house, everywhere she goes, in the whole world. Disrespect to women is disrespect to humanity. I mean, how can you circumcise women? How can you ask women to have... I mean, what is this whole thing about Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal is a tomb of a woman who delivered 13 children and died while delivering the 13th. What is that? It's a mausoleum of everything that women hate. It may be in marble.
Amazing.
It may be wonder of the world for men. For me, it's a symbol of our servitude.
A big round of applause, please. The passion with which you spoke, ma'am. And thank you for sharing that story with us as well. Thank you very much. A big round of applause, please, for our lady Singhams, if you will. All of them who have accomplished so much for the country. Thank you very much for joining us here on this stage. The true drivers of change as you see them. Many congratulations, Kriti, and thank you for all the work that you do. Our next driver of change, who you heard in her passionate speech also in the session that just went by, is Tejdeep Kaur Menon. Tejdeep Kaur Menon, DGP, Telangana SPF. As articulate and as passionate about fighting crime against women.
And now I think this is my highest calling. Reaching out to the poorest. Reaching out to those who have nowhere to turn to.
Tejdeep Kaur Menon flawlessly portrays the different roles she performs with aplomb.
A woman has to be both Durga and Lakshmi.
An IPS advocating for women's rights along with nature conservation and writing poetry. A change enabler steering towards a better environment. Can we have up on stage with a warm round of applause, Tejdeep Kaur Menon, former DG of the Telangana Special Protection Force, someone who is very, very vocal about her campaign for women empowerment and has been part of several initiatives on that front. Truly a change enabler on stage here, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, ma'am, and well deserved, truly.